All right. So I feel like that's a lesson that some of you, or maybe a message that some of you need to hear. That's been coming up a lot across all 12 zodiac signs. So it is definitely a common theme, but I'm just speaking, I'm just riffing as, as my guides are telling me, hey, we got to talk about this. Hey, someone needs that. So I'm just riffing, I'm like a hollow bone, and my spirit guides are just communicating here. The tarot are definitely a guide, but what I'm picking up on and what needs to be said is definitely my spirit guides. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Hierophant reversed. I feel like some of you are questioning conventionality, I mean to say. I feel like you're kind of bucking the spiritual system. So I feel like there is definitely spiritual work going on, but it's like, okay, you were brought up with a certain set of beliefs. You're questioning those beliefs, and you're exploring new ideas and theories that feel more aligned to you. And I feel like this is more about soul growth, soul expansion, and moving beyond what you think is proper, what you think is right, and you're going with more what's spiritually aligned with you. Okay? So kind of like going against the grain, if you will, both in a spiritual aspect and a more tangible aspect. Some of you could be dealing with an institution, like an institutional culture, or something that was very conservative, and you're like, okay, I got to get out of that. I can't handle that. That's too conservative for me. It's too structural for me, too literal for me. No longer serving my highest good. So I feel like in the tangible, that's what that is. In the spiritual realm, it's changing spiritual beliefs, or upgrading, or questioning things, and really exploring a belief system that's going to work with you. Okay, so central to your reading, 3 of Cups, going within. Yeah, sometimes this can mean excessive partying, and this could be a message of, hey, you got to tone it down because you're burning yourself out and you're spending all your money and you're not listening to your intuition. But I feel like this card, because of the Hierophant reverse, this is going within. It's taking time out, saying, you know what, friends, I'm going to take a pause socially, and I'm probably going to take a weekend by myself to meditate, to journal, maybe to get some good solid rest. Honestly, it can be as simple as that. If you're not sleeping well, getting some good quality rest will definitely recharge you, and it's a step in the right direction. But I do get the sense that you're turning within and just, kind of taking a step back socially. Crossing you is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're getting into alignment with who you are, with your pentacle energy. This is assessing your finances. I feel like you're taking care of your home, taking care of your environment, nurturing your environment. You could be putting more time in at work with your career, nurturing your career. She's all about nurturing. And I feel like when she's coming in, this is about nurturing the tangible aspects of life, starting with you, starting with your finances, starting with your home, relationships. For those of you who have children, it's like, okay, being the nurturer, the provider for your children, being, for feminines, being the dutiful wife, for masculines, being the dutiful husband, but getting aligned with your feminine energy. So I feel like you're definitely taking time out to do that, to check in and to align yourself. Foundational to you is the 8 of Swords reversed. So I feel like you are waiting. This could be quick, fast messages coming in, but since it's reversed, there's something slowing this down. I think you were kind of like on the fast track for something, but now it's like, okay, I got to take a minute to stop, and slow down this train. This could represent travel, foreign travel, but it could be that your plans were canceled, so you're no longer going on that trip. It could be vacation, it could be something for work. But because I'm seeing the 3 of Cups reversed, I feel like you're just saying, all right, let me back up because life was too fast for me. Let me get out of the fast lane so I can regroup, reconnect, recharge, rebalance, and nurture myself, because this was wearing me out. I'm getting that for some of you. In your recent past, 6 of Cups. Six of Cups can be soulmate energy. It's also the nostalgia card. So some of you may be looking back in the past for answers. Just don't get stuck in the past. It's fine to go down memory lane, but if you're getting stuck there, it's like, oh my God, well, why didn't this work out? Why can't it be like this? Why do things have to change? And it's like, okay, you're stuck in that mode and you're blocking your forward movement and forward progression because you're attached to what was. And when you're looking forward, you're like, okay, well, I want my future to look like this, but you're kind of circling back to this, this Six of Cups energy. I feel like this could have also been a message from the past, like maybe a past lover. Because Eight of Swords. I'm sorry. This is letting go of anxiety. Yeah, letting go of anxiety. For some reason, I am getting this image mixed up with the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck where the Eight of Wands looks like this, but they're the brown wands. In this deck, this is Eight of Swords. They are in the same positioning as the Eight of Wands, but normally Eight of Swords in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck shows the image of a woman encircled by 8 swords around her. She's blindfolded with her hands tied, and it's false imprisonment. So Aries, you're taking time out socially because you are in a mental prison. But this is clearing up because it's reversed. It's reversed, so you're starting to obtain the mental clarity that you need, but you can only achieve that if you rest, if you pause, if you give yourself a chance to decompress and unwind and understand what is bringing you anxiety. Now, this is self-imposed anxiety. So what is that trigger? What is that wound that is making you anxious? Because something has you anxious. And I don't know, it could be something associated with the past. Again, this is past soulmate energy. It's reversed. So maybe a soulmate reversed themselves out of your lives and you're anxious about it. But this happened already. So this isn't something that's going to happen. This already happened. So in the near future, you have the Page of Pentacles reversed. This could represent an apology potentially trying to come in. Page of Pentacles upright is always a card of manifestation. It's also the Student card. So I feel like maybe some of you are doing some of that soul work and soul healing that we talked about, peeling back the layer and understanding the nexus of your trigger and your core wound. But I also feel like, some of you could possibly be either dealing, let's see, you got Cups, you could be dealing with a water sign, Queen of Pentacles, you could be dealing with earth signs. What else? Fire signs are being represented. Yeah, so I'm seeing earth sign or fire sign as a major and minor arcana. Everything else is not that. But I get the sense that maybe you're trying to make you're waiting for an apology to come through. But I think that really this is soul work. This is work on yourself because it's reversed. And usually a reversed card is pointing towards you because in your mind's eye, you have the Six of Swords upright. This is forward movement. This is travel. This is soul growth, soul expansion, moving on from the past, moving on to bigger and better. It's a journey. This is a journey. And that's what's going on right here. This is crowning your reading. So this is where your thoughts are. And your work, like I said, in your near future, you're working on manifestations. But you can't manifest until this sword energy, Eight of Swords, self-imposed anxiety clears up. But it will. It will. Rest and decompress because you will receive the clarity that you desire. This is the Ace of Swords coming in for you. Clarity, new ideas, answers to questions. You're going to receive the answers that you need in order for you to make clearer, more informed decisions to move forward in your life. In your environment, this is the Knight of Wands. Passion, creativity, soul expansion, motivation. This could potentially be a love interest. but it's reversed. So either you're blocking it or something in your life is blocking that person from entering. This is young energy, very excitable energy. It's very impulsive. So I think the message is don't do or act anything. Don't do anything hasty. Don't act impulsively. Just make sure that the decisions you're making from here on out, especially with something that's passionate or inspiring, make sure it's in alignment with your highest good. And you'll know, because this is going to help you gain the clarity that you need to make this go upright. Okay? Hopes and fears, 5 of Pentacles. Fear of being left out, rejected. In this case, feeling stepped on. You're fearing being stepped on. You're fearing being left out. And I think that's what has you anxious. But you're going to receive messages and you're going to receive an answer that's going to help you navigate through this. Okay? Outcome is 5 of Wands, conflict, challenges, competition. It could be competition. You are moving on to something bigger and better because you have the 6 of Swords. So I feel like this is going to challenge you personally. All right. And you're just fearing that you're going to be stomped, that you're going to be defeated, that you're going to be left behind. Think positive on that because I don't see that for you. But this is part of the growth process. This is part of expansion because you're moving on to something that's new for you that you've either have never done before or you have very little experience with it, but you're going into that opportunity to grow, to gain experience in that area. Okay. Coming in as fire energy reversed. I feel like this is you trying to understand what's going to make you excited about life, what's going to ignite your inner passion, your inner fire. Just be careful that it doesn't burn too brightly because too much fire can burn and result in harm. But too little fire results in a fire being burnt out. So be careful, for those of you who are in a work situation and you're burning the midnight oil, be careful with burnout. Okay. Watch your energy just because we're going into a Mercury retrograde on the 31st of October, which will last about 2 to 3 weeks in November. Your words can have fire behind it. Aries, you are a fire sign, so I feel like this is you just kind of out of balance with your element right now. Okay, so take time to meditate, maybe get in your water or go outside to get grounded because I think those other elements will help you restore your beautiful, warm, fiery glow. And that's what we want for you. We want you to be balanced. Be brave. Stay wild is coming in reversed. I feel like you're not feeling so confident right now, but I feel like this is the card saying, yeah, you are moving into uncharted territory, an area that you haven't been before. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Be strong, be brave, be wild, be you, because this quality is what got you into that program. I feel like it's a program, or I feel like it's like a team or something, and they're pretty selective. So I feel like whatever is within you, that's what got you this job, or that's what got you a placement on this team or in this class or in this program. Okay. Creation. This is Metatron's cube. This card is synonymous with the Magician card in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot deck. This is you being in your manifestation power, but you can't manifest from a place of imbalance. So be careful with that. We're talking about imbalance. It's coming in reverse, but just take solace within yourself, okay? Security. Turn within. Take time to rest and recuperate so that way you can come into balance, into alignment, and to feel strong and confident about, the achievements you've made in your life. Because I feel like, and this is coming in. Okay, so I'm pulling from the Pure Love Oracle deck, and I'm doing 2 cards for the masculine, 2 cards for the feminine. And masculine would like to say to his feminine, I forgive you, but I don't feel worthy right now. And feminine would like to say to her masculine, You have my heart, but I feel I don't deserve you. Aries, what's going on here? I feel like there's a lot of like self-doubt and, issues with self-worth. So if you feel like that, I do get the sense that there's lots of love here. I get the sense that both parties are ready for a conversation, and it's all about coming together and expressing, what's really going on deep down inside. It's interesting why both individuals feel like they don't deserve one another. So I feel like whatever happened to create a separation is triggering core wounding within yourselves. So it could be rejection, the core wound of rejection, and definitely self-worth. I mean, that's what this is all about. But you're going to be successful, I think, once you're able to understand the nexus. But one thing I want to caution is you can't rely on one another to fill the gap within yourself. So if there is a gap of self-worth, like, oh God, I feel like, I'm not a whole person, I need my person in my life to make me feel better, that's imbalanced energy. That's codependency and attachment, and that's not a healthy relationship. So you both need to make sure that you value yourselves first as individuals, that you recognize your true self-worth in order to come together in union, because that will create a healthy relationship. You can't expect one or the other to make you happy or to fill you up. You got to do that for yourself. So that's the lesson, all right? Okay, animal spirits. Let's see what's coming in for you all. Ooh. The bat and the golden egg. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. Okay, so the bat is air energy. And the golden egg is a spirit card. Yeah. The bat. Darkness, letting go. Death leading to rebirth. We're ending karma. When in balance, acceptance, adaptability, and adjustments. Okay. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door, the ending of a cycle. Hint, hint. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. Yes. Awesome. I like that for you all. So then you have the golden egg. How are we on time? I need to hurry up because I get the sense that this is going to shut off real soon. Where is the golden egg? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I just wish that this was in alphabetical order. Here we go. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. Retreating from life, unplugging, going within. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga nidra or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you're seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you.